So I just finished up with my workout for today, and I hit shoulders and calves, which you'll see later on in this video. But I'm going to throw this at the beginning because it's going to be the title of the video, and I don't want to, be that guy that throws this at the very end or makes you wait a long time if you're clicking on it for this. But a lot of people have they wonder, is it possible to build muscle or put on muscle during a cut when you're in a caloric deficit? So basically, you're trying to lose weight, burn off some fat, or cut down for either an event, summer, or anything like that. And most people wonder if it's possible to not necessarily bulk up any, because that's the complete opposite, but to put on muscle as you are taking off fat. And really, it's going to depend on the aggressiveness of the cut. So some people they take the very aggressive approach and they wait till the last minute to cut down for the event or for summer or whatever they're trying to get down and get leaner for and to lose weight for. So if you're doing it in a very aggressive manner, then it's going to be nearly impossible unless you are using enhancements or gear to conserve and to keep all that muscle that you have and to possibly put on any muscle. And the more aggressive your cut is, the more aggressive you are trying to shed off weight and trying to lose fat, the more likely you are going to lose some lean muscle mass as well. But if you are doing it, for example, like myself, so I started about 19 to 20 weeks out, and that's when I started my cut. And of course, I'm preparing for a bodybuilding show, bodybuilding competition. And if you do it more, you can even take a longer approach than that, but getting much over that is going to be very, very exhausting. But I started about 19 to 20 weeks out, and the way I'm doing it is trying to lose about, relatively about 1 pound a week. So if I'm trying to lose 1 pound a week, that's not aggressive at all. It's taking it fairly slow, and I'm still eating about, like I say, I'm still eating like 300 grams of carbs. I'm still eating 180 grams of protein and about 70 grams of fat. So I'm not in a huge caloric deficit, and of course, at about 1 pound a week, it's like a 500 calorie caloric deficit, and maybe even less for me. So that being said, yes, it's possible to put on a little bit of muscle in the first few months of the cut while it's not that aggressive. And my whole plan and my point of taking longer to cut down for my competition is that exactly. It's so that I won't lose. My point is to or my goal is to not lose any muscle mass, lean muscle mass, if possible. And if it is possible, I'm going to try to put on a little bit more muscle and build a little bit of muscle in the first few months of the cut, because I am taking it very slow and it's not very aggressive. So if I keep eating the nutrients and keep eating the right macros and consuming the right foods, as well as the intensity of my workout stays high, then I will be able to do that. And that's the whole plan. So it is actually possible to build some muscle in the starting stages of your cut, and to replace some of that fat with some muscle. And that's why I don't necessarily look at the scale as I'm not too heavily reliant on the scale, because if you do that, if you rely on the scale really heavily and you are just worried about losing weight, then if you replace some fat with muscle, which we all know muscle mass weighs more than fat, then the scale's not going to change that much. And that's why I don't necessarily worry about the scale that much. It does give you a good idea, but the way your body looks is going to matter more, and that's the whole point, is to look more aesthetically pleasing. So that is my little rant, and yeah, so enjoy the rest of the video and the vlog if you would like to continue watching.
.0 pound.
That I'm at an all-time.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to today's video. And as you just seen, we hit a new low weigh-in at 181 pounds flat. And yesterday I did do some more cardio than normal. I did about 40 minutes of low intensity to moderate intensity on the spin bike, but I've kind of slowed down on my weight dropping, which, the scale is not necessarily that important, but it does give you a good idea, especially for myself since I can't see myself. But I think the macros that I have set, 300 grams of carbs, 180 grams of protein, and 70 grams of fat, I've been hitting that pretty much spot on every day. And one reason I haven't showed y'all what I've been eating every day is because it's very repetitive. Very, very repetitive. I eat pretty much the same thing every day. So that's one reason. If y'all would like to see more of what I eat, I mean, it's going to be the same things, but I can show you. But it's been treating me very, very, very well. And if, you know, once I break into the 170s, if I start struggling to lose weight and my physique is not changing as much, what I will do, rather than changing my macros because they're treating me very well, I will probably just add in some more cardio and do some more cardio. So longer cardio sessions, probably about 3 times a week, which right now I'm just doing about 2 to 3 times a week, and they're very, very low intensity at about 20 to 25 minutes a piece, which is not too much, and the low intensity keeps it very pretty much easy, and I'm not burning off too many calories. So you know, the goal with doing that is so I don't lose too much weight too fast, and that's kind of the goal with the prep that I'm going with, and the point of me starting so early on. But I'm about to head out to NutriShop and pick up a couple things, and then I will head into the gym. And today is shoulder. I'm gonna be hitting shoulder and calves, and my poor little calves. What shall I do? Alrighty, so we made it in here in the gym, and for whatever reason, this is actually the first time on this whole cut that I felt sluggish when I got in the gym, but it took me a while to get going. But once I took my pre-workout and started doing my posing practice and getting warmed up, I felt better and I got motivated and got going. But I did shoulders and calves, and as you've seen or are seeing, I am doing a side lateral raises on the cables. This workout consists of 3 total movements. That's it. So the first movement was here on the side lateral raises on the cables, and basically I lean over so I can keep constant tension on my deltoid, and then I did about 2 to 3 warm-up sets with pretty much light weight just to get the blood flowing, to get the muscle primed and warmed up, and then I moved it on up to a little bit of heavier weight that I could only get about 12 to 15 reps, and I went till failure and even tried to go past failure on both of those working sets. And that's what I did for the first movement, and on the second movement I stayed right where I was at on the cables, and I done front lateral raises. And what I did here is I grabbed the cable, I took the handle off, I grabbed the cable where my thumbs would be pointing basically straight up to the ceiling when I moved my arm up at the motion. I was basically driving my thumb to the ceiling, and I did the same concept here though. I did a few warm-up sets with pretty much light weight to prime the muscle, and then I did 2 working sets where I could only get 12 to 15 reps, and I basically went past failure and, you know, push that muscle that much more. And then the final movement of the whole workout is right here, is calf raises. And what I've been doing my calf raises is I basically do a couple warm-up sets, and then I load some weight on there, and I like to, as you can see, I have my toes pointed outward, and that is going to be hitting the outer part of the calf, and that's my weak point on my calves. The inside part is not too bad, but that is what I'm trying to do, is get these calves built up. I done about 3 total sets here, and as you can see, I like to go down and let the muscle stretch all the way, and then go up to the top and squeeze and go as slow as possible. And once I can't go slow anymore, I just kind of pump it out and go to a failure, and I did 3 sets of those. So I hope y'all enjoyed this commentary, and stay tuned for the rest of the video. So I just got home from the gym, and it's about 4:30 or so, and I am, as you see or can see, I am outside, and I'm super pale, so I really do need to get a tan and get some color on my skin before I, you know, do this competition. And it's almost July, and for myself, I'm a super white boy. I always have super white skin, so if I'm gonna get any tan at all, I gotta get out in the sun. So I'm gonna start coming outside. Hopefully I can start coming out here when it's nice outside, you know, for a few hours each day, and me and Cooper can just, you know, come out here and relax. But I'm probably actually going to hop on a live stream. I'm going to attempt, I updated my YouTube app, and I'm going to attempt to see if it'll work. And if it does not work, then I will just hop on live stream on Instagram and chat with you guys, and hopefully some of you guys will get in there. So I'm about to do that now and just kind of tan as long as this hot sun stays out. So let's do this. Well, that was definitely a failed attempt. I was out there for about an hour, but YouTube live stream, I apparently some of you guys were in there and you were commenting in the chat room or whatever, the chat box, but my phone would not read it off, so I'll apologize. I'm sorry for that. And just make sure you are following me on Instagram and have the notifications checked, because Instagram works very well and I enjoy doing Instagram live streams. So just make sure you follow me on there, and whenever I pop up on a live stream on Instagram, you can just message me there and we can interact and, you know, have a good time. So I just got annihilated by bugs. I could not find the bug spray in the garage. I don't know where it was at. I even used Be My Eyes and I don't know, we couldn't find it. I even FaceTimed my dad. I don't know where the bug spray was. So I just got annihilated with bugs and I got fed up with it. Had bug bites all over my body. So I'm inside and I'm about to go fix up some food. So I will show you guys what I am going to eat. Okay, so what I'm starting out here with is 3 spicy black bean burgers, and since they are frozen and they take the longest to cook, I'm just going to start those out in the skillet by themselves. Alright, so the black bean burgers are getting good and cooked up. I tried to chop it up with a fork the best I could, and now I'm going to add, I have my bowl, it has onions, mushrooms, cauliflower, and I believe that might be it. I'm not sure. I think that's it. I didn't add any broccoli just because I didn't really think I would have room in the pan. I already weighed all that out in my little nice little food weigh bowl that is just a bowl. But we will toss all that in there. And also what I'm going to try to do is I have two little soft shells, whatever you want to call them. And what I'm going to do is kind of just do a little rip and put it in here. Never done this before, so I guess we'll find out what happens. I think it'll be pretty good though. Figured I'd try something different. Shock the taste buds a little bit. Next, I'm gonna add a little bit of I can't believe it's not butter, because I really can't believe it's not butter. Boom, boom. Now that we can't believe it's not butter, we're going to add the last ingredient, which is gonna be some sriracha. Gonna bring it all together right here with some sriracha. We're gonna alright, that should be enough. Okie dokie. So here's what she looks like, the final product. I think it's going to be very, very delicious, so I will let you guys know. It smells pretty good. We will see. So that was a very delicious concoction of food, whatever. I decided to show you guys what I was eating just because it was something a little bit different. And I am basically eating mainly the same foods, but I'm trying to figure out different little ways and different ways I can trick my taste buds so it'll taste a little bit different. But it was very, very good. And I've been eating a lot of almonds at night, since it is like a, you know, it takes your body a long time to digest nuts. So I don't really eat it before working out or, you know, through the day. I usually just save that as kind of a dessert. Almonds as a dessert. So that, I mean, almonds are a really good source of fats, and that's where I've been getting a lot of my fats. But yeah, we've been consistently hitting it on the our macros on the nail on the head. So we've been consistently hitting the macros, and we're showing good progress so far. I can't really see it, but I feel like my physique is starting to make some changes. And next Monday or Tuesday, be looking out for a physique update, because that'll mark 2 weeks that we've been starting this cut and this contest prep. So we are 2 weeks in as of Monday, I believe. So be looking for a physique update and just some updates on just the way my body is looking so far. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button for me, and if you aren't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And guys, thank y'all so much for watching, and keep getting stronger.